going free, that's what it's about. Keep on tapping, don't you stop now. Don't stop. Tap it out. Tap it out. Tap it out.
All right, welcome everyone to the part 2 of our love and relationship clearing event. Holy cow. Welcome back. Happy post Valentines Day. Hope you all had a great celebration day. And you know, it's such a triggering time, especially when we make these posts of like, oh yeah, we're together, we look so good. And you get one half people that love it, and then you get some other people that hate it, right? And I see subscriber numbers go down and things, which that's fine. You know, if you can't handle the goodness in someone else's life, it's better off, right? So
and if they knew the full story,
right?
If they only knew what we've had to go through and still go through to maintain a loving, happy relationship. This is not something that just is like magic presto perfect, right? Anyone in a relationship here, like it takes like consistent time and energy and working through so many layers. Love is not quintessentially easy, is it? Although it's all that we are, how much stuff does love bring up? Whether we're with someone or we're not with someone, whether we're in a relationship or we're wishing we were, how much does it bring up, everyone? And so we're really glad you're here because we know how triggering the whole concept of love is, isn't it? I mean, we want the perfect love, don't we? We want to have what the movies show us. We want to have what the songs tell us about. And yet, even when you have it, you guys, even when you've met your dream person, there's still work to be done. In fact, I have to tell you, can be more.
What do you mean by can be more?
When you feel the emotion of love with someone so deeply that it rocks your world, guess what it also does? It brings up every trauma and every pain and every time that you haven't felt loved and every time you've been hurt, because suddenly that light brings it all to the surface. And anyone in a relationship, you can attest, like at first it was so good. The love was like a bubble of happiness and joy. And then all of a sudden there was this pain that came out of nowhere. And then we were upset with each other. And then they were triggering this thing. And then a lot of times what happens, right? You meet that special someone and then you go through it and then there's a trigger that comes up between you guys. And it's like, that can be the game over for a lot of people. And, Michael and I have gone through this where we've almost hit our game over many times. But we had this work. We had these tools. And you guys, it saved us. It saved us. It brought us back from almost relationship game over, right? And you see these people in love and you want them to stay in love, right? You want their relationship to last. You want them to flourish and you want to have your own. And so that's why we're so passionate about sharing these tools with you, because we have used them ourselves time in, day out, to help keep our relationship healthy, right? To keep the energy flowing, to keep our garden growing, so to speak, the garden of love. To keep the sprouts germinating, to keep it going. And so we're really happy you're here because we've learned that the issues with love go so much deeper than what they show us in the movies. They go so much deeper than romantic love. They go all the way back to the beginning of our relationships with mom, our relationships with dad, and all the way back in the ancestry, all the way back in our past lives. It goes way, 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 way back. So we're really excited to have you here today. Who's excited to be here? Isn't love the most fabulous topic in the planet to focus on, right? At the end of the day, it's who we are. And so all these tools is to help us remove what is in the way of us being who we really are. And who we really are with each other. so that we can all be here in a state of love. Isn't that the most beautiful feeling? We all can be in a state of love and gratitude for each other. Oh my God, imagine a world filled with people feeling this love. David sharing you've been feeling grief. Yeah. Yeah. So much focus on love. Did we get enough love as children? Oh my God. I didn't. No, because my parents were traumatized too, right? So if we didn't get the full serving of the perfect family, we're probably going to have something, some layer of some type of grief or sadness or loss come up when we focus on love. So that's what we're here for today. Let's clear those blocks so that we can feel the love that's already there. It's just got stuff on top of it. It's just, you know, that story of Sleeping Beauty where she has to go to sleep for 100 years and that there's all these thorns that grow up around the castle. And so no one can get to her. And so the prince comes and he has to hack all the thorns away to get to the beautiful Sleeping Beauty and give her that kiss of true love, right? We're kind of like that. Like our beautiful true self is just lying there waiting for us to take away all of the blockages so that the beauty of us can awaken and true love, which is our true nature, can arrive, can bless us. And so today we're going to give you the swords and the axes and the, you know, all the tools you need to hack away all that crap, all that overgrowth that's in the way of your beautiful, shining, true love and light, which is what you are. That's what we are. Right? And then the partner that we manifest is just a reflection of that. Right? Just a beautiful reflection. So we're really glad you're here. This is exciting. How much love are we going to be able to create in ourselves today and out into the world? What kind of love rippling action are we going to be able to co-create today? Oh, Clee says, my prince is having a tough time, but he's working hard. Absolutely. We're going to help you strengthen the tools so that it'll be easier for love to get to you because you are ready, my friends. There's just some stuff in the way. Just some stuff in the way. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't believe how excited I am. Let's do this. Woo! Okay.
Yeah. So Lotus and I had a couple great manifestations of love yesterday. We went and took a walk, and all the clouds were pink. You know, very similar to this photo. Like it had that kind of pink clouds, pink moment kind of thing. You know, we were able to manifest that on our walk yesterday, and yeah. Then we went and we saw a movie last night with a whole theater to ourselves. Like wow, so cool. So how is love manifesting in your life? And today, I wanted to help everyone clear your love vibration, right? If you tune into, okay, the person I want to have in my life, what do I feel like when I think about being with that person? Hopefully you guys have practiced these things. If not, I do want to give you guys a free gift. If you stick to the end, I'm going to give you guys a gift on a manifesting course that's the best ever. And a lot of us here have gone through it. I can give it to you for free. It's a $500 course, and I can give you a coupon code that'll make it free. So stick to the end if you don't know how to manifest or you want to increase your manifesting abilities from a high-level master. Stick around for that. Although I do want to go through when you tune into having the love of your life, or maybe the existing relationship. Maybe you have someone you love and there's things not working out. Besides clearing our blocks, which obviously that's what we're here to do, you can use the manifesting abilities to manifest things to happen better and easier with the current relationship. You know, maybe that's some of you guys, that's where you're at, right? Okay, with the person I'm with, what's the feeling I will have when everything's working perfectly and everything's working great and everything's flowing well and everything's easier, right? Maybe that's one of your vibrations. Or maybe some of you, you're single and you want to mingle, you know, and that's your thing. And you can manifest that too, right? So there's no wrong desire, right? Whatever you guys want. And what I love about this is you can choose it. We can clear together as a group and hopefully make that vibration stronger so there's not as many blocks or reversals to it, right? You ever try to manifest something or try to create something and then you start creating the opposite of it, right? Reversals activated, right? So what we do is great for clearing reversals in blocks, and we go into so many different areas. So the first thing I want to address, and why I was so excited to initially do this workshop with you guys the day after why do I keep saying Thanksgiving? The day after Valentine's Day, because it's so triggering. Did anybody break up with anyone yesterday? I know that happens.
Oh gosh.
Right? Whether you want to admit it or not. But Lotus, you want to share?
Oh, I was just thinking maybe you keep saying Thanksgiving because you're feeling so grateful.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very grateful. The fact that Lotus and I came together, I'm very grateful for it. Even last night, we went through a little challenging time, and we used the clearing. We came out on the other side, and I was so thankful and grateful for the techniques, for Lotus and the challenges, for what this relationship brings up so I can become better and clearer, right? Yeah. So the first thing I want to focus on for us is, what did yesterday bring up? Did expectations not come through? Did you not have a perfect day and it brought stuff up? What did yesterday bring up? What did it bring up? What's the loudest, biggest thing that yesterday brought up? Was anything brought up yesterday for anybody? Peter? Good? The faster you are to acknowledge it, the faster you're going to be able to clear it. So, and whether you not want to show it online or not, that's up to you. You don't have to show that. I get it. But yeah, stuff came up for us. I mean, it's kind of silly if maybe you don't notice anything, and maybe you did have a perfect day yesterday. That's great too. So let's begin clearing this. So bring up what yesterday brought up. What's the loudest, biggest thing that it brought up? And what's the feeling that it gave you? Okay, tune into it. Allow yourself to welcome it in. Okay, what happened yesterday? Okay, the more I can welcome this, the more I can clear it, the more I can feel it, the more I can heal. Right? Good. And start with the sore spot. Even though I feel what with what was brought up yesterday? I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Even though I felt what? What else? Go down and acknowledge a few things. Even though I feel what from yesterday, still, I love and accept myself. I welcome these feelings. I allow myself to feel what happened. I allow myself to notice what's in the unconscious that's coming up for me. I allow myself to start to notice what's behind this feeling that yesterday brought up, because it's not about yesterday, right? Let's be honest. It's not about yesterday. It's about stuff trying to keep you safe, trying to help you survive. That is not in reality anymore. I allow myself to feel this even deeper. And I say this for everybody generally, but if you have a specific thing, a specific feeling, I would be mentioning that. Yeah, Eileen had a dream that her partner cheated on her, right? And it triggered her, right? Of course, yeah, your dreams are going to trigger, right? So notice those feelings, right? Good. Good. Even if I never get over this, I love and accept myself. We've been doing trainings recently for our students that are learning what we do, right? We teach you guys how to do this, and you won't even believe how long we stay on the sore spot exercise and the level of bliss and clearings that can happen when you actually do it really well dialed in, right? We're on level 2 right now, and we've done one of the most specific and intricate sore spot trainings probably ever in the industry. And it's super crazy profound. So do not underestimate the sore spot, and take the sore spot exercise with you with your clearings every day. Acknowledging where you're at and just allowing it to be. If we just like drill down to the basis of it. Okay. Notice again, on a scale of 1 to 10, how intense is that? Inspect it, get closer to it, allow it to be there. If it doesn't clear, that's fine. And do the head squeeze exhale 1 time. Clearing out toxic energy. Good. Tap under your nose. Collarbone point, just under the collarbone, 1 inch or a centimeter and a half out from the center on both sides. Tap the pinky finger, the heart meridian. Go back to the sore spot. What else do you notice? Even though when I think about what happened yesterday, I feel what? I love and accept myself. Keep going through the layers. Allow yourself to just be with it. You can even just notice what the emotion is and just say the word of the emotion or the sensation and just notice what it feels like in your body. That allows it to dissipate. You know, a lot of times this is just like the workout class. You know how to do the push-up, right? You know how to do downward dog, right? But maybe it's helpful when you get on the call and you're able to tune in together in a mastermind and have that exponential effect of releasing together. Deep breath in and out. Okay, good. All right, Lotus, would you like to step in and help everyone continue to clear what was brought up yesterday so we can move forward and clear your intention for what you want to create?
Yeah, absolutely. So, one of the things I really want to invite you all to do, and I think you've been doing it really well, is to really get into your feelings right now. Like, really, I know we're on this live class and we have these videos on, but really get into your body. Really notice the sensations in your body. Bring your awareness into that space in your body where you can really think about what happened yesterday. Okay. And what were the feelings that it brought up? I know for me, I felt all this pressure to be a certain way, right? To be a certain way, or maybe some grief or sadness. What is it for you? Go into it. Where in your body is that stored? Where is the epicenter of that sensation? Is it in your belly? Is it in your heart? Is it in your head? Is it in your upper body, your middle body, your lower body? And really notice where it's located. And then go into it. Feel it more. And is there a color? Is there a color with that feeling? So you're really identifying it. You're really finding it, the specific feeling that got brought up yesterday. Good. Once you're in it, once you've identified it, keep your awareness on it and take your hands, because we can heal ourselves with our own two hands. Good. Breathe in and out. Get into
Take your
body.
hands and rub them together, is what she was saying.
That's right.
Stimulates all the reflexology points.
Take a deep breath in and out. There's a reflexology point for our heart in the center of the hands. So we can really start move some density with the heart here. Okay, good. Where are you still feeling stuff from tomorrow, from yesterday? Okay, so yesterday's bad feeling. What did yesterday bring up? What was the feeling? And maybe for Eileen, it was the nighttime with the dream. What did the dream bring up? Maybe it's today. Where is that feeling that you're still feeling that doesn't feel good, related to love, related to Valentine's Day, related to all this focus on love? Where is it in your body? Good. Now go into it more. Allow your hands to be a magnet that are beginning to pull out and draw out the density. Now you're feeling where it is in the body. Allow your hands to pull it up and out. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. Now focus on it more. Make the energy stronger. Allow the magnet to get stronger with your awareness of the feeling and the awareness in your hands. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. Focus on the feeling that yesterday brought up for you. Any density that's there, any tension in the shoulders, any pain in the heart or in the stomach or in the gut or in the head. Focus on it. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. Now expand your energy 5 feet to the left, 5 feet to the right, 5 feet up, 5 feet down. And we're going to call on your higher self. We're going to call on the power of love, on the power of unconditional love, the violet flame, all ascended masters and God realized beings, and just the pure love and light of source consciousness. So feel that light coming into that place and space inside of you. Expand your energy 5 feet to the left, 5 feet to the right, 5 feet up, 5 feet down. Where do you still feel that pain that yesterday brought up? And by the power of God, and by the power of source, and by the power of the violet flame and the creator of all that is, it is commanded. Command it now that any of this density, any of this old stuck energy from your past, from your DNA, from your past history, from your past lives, any density at all that you picked up from your parents, that you absorbed from people around you, that you're picking up from this world and the earth and everyone else's feelings about yesterday, anything and everything that brings up or lets down. Good. By the power of God, by the power of source, it is commanded. Deep breath in, deep breath out. That all this density, all this pain, all this old stuck energy be allowed to release and clear. Could you let this go? Would you let this go? When would you let this go? And by the power of God and by the power of source, deep breath in and out. It is commanded that all of this density trapped in your body be allowed to release and clear. We command it to release and clear out of the core, out of the belly button, out of the navel, out of the heart, out of the ribs, out of the lungs, out of the neck and the head and the heart and the brain and the nose, by the power of God, by the power of source, by the power of the creator of all it is. It is commanded all this old density be allowed to release and clear. We command it to release and clear out of the core, genetic, and soul level. We command it to be pulled and resolved on the historical level, which is the back of the neck. Shake out your hands, shake it out, brush over your head. Woo, shake it out, and replaced on all levels with the Creator's truth and definition of pure unconditional love. Feel that energy come in. Compassion, forgiveness, peace and calm, happiness, love, and joy. And God, please give all of them as many spirit replacements as they need for this. 1, 2, 3, 10. Please, God, give them 10 spirit replacements for this experience, this feeling or emotion you've had to feel. As it releases and clears, now God can fill you back up with light. Fill you back up with light. And so, God, please give them all 10 spirit replacements, and you'll feel the old dense energy go up and out the top of your head. And you'll feel the new, bright, light, love-filled energy come down through the top of your head, filling up your spiritual body, your God cord, and into your physical body, filling it up with pure, unconditional, golden love and light. Good. And just take a deep breath in. Stretch your arms up, receive it. And stretch your arms out and just come to settle in this new seat. Breathe in and out. And God, just help everyone integrate this new shift in energy through all the levels and layers of their body and being to come back to earth, to anchor into your body now. Good. Great work, everyone. Just feel that shift. You feel the heat? Yeah, a lot of heat, a lot of warmth. Right. Coming back to your body. You might want some water. Yeah.
Water's good. Think about conductivity of electricity. Water
Good.
helps that move through. It's also cleansing, right? A lot of times when we do these, you'll maybe have to go to the bathroom a little bit more, or go on a walk and things. So movement, water is important.
Yeah.
Even a little, food, if you're craving it, you may need it, right?
Yay. Aline said so many releases. Yay.
Yeah.
Great.
Great to hear.
Great work, everyone. I saw a ton of yawns out there. Do you guys feel a little lighter? Did we just release 500 pounds or something? That was cool. Probably for the whole world. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting how you can clear with a relationship and then all of a sudden that person responds differently in a manifestation outside of our own psyche of projections. You actually have manifestations of people acting differently, responding differently. You ever see in relationships with your family members, siblings, even partners, they push your buttons so freaking easy and it's so hard to control, right? Right? And then when those buttons are gone, it's like the person doesn't have the need to push the button. There's this innate need to push another person's button you're close to. We've all done it, right? To other people. It's funny to just poke at someone and make fun of them when they respond and they react. There's this innate thing that we have that we trigger each other to bring stuff up, right? And then when that is gone, they don't have the need to do it anymore, right? You get a different response from people. This is another level of being responsible to other people's communications because you are attracting and you're pulling the thing out of them to trigger you, right? It's so interesting. So a lot can change here. There's so many areas to clear in relationships, and I mentioned a few of them, right? Clearing our parents and our mothers. If you ever signed up for sessions with us, or if we ever had a relationship program, which we don't, and we don't have one planned actually, maybe in the future. There's definitely a lot here, and in our system of clearing, it does address that with everything else. But we would clear your parents, your mom, your dad, all the past relationships, being safe to love. I would sit down and I would ask you, David, Rosemary, Kate, Paul, Eileen, I would ask you, so tell me about relationships. Tell me about relationships. And you would tell me your story of relationships, and we would hear all the programs that you have running about relationships, your belief about relationships, right? All the triggers that come up and the stories you've had and the things you're still hung up on, right? I would ask you that question, and maybe you want to ask yourself that question. You can sit and what could I say about relationships, right? And there's so much would come out if we were to continually ask you that question and hear everything you have to say and write that on a list and then clear all those things. I'm giving you a really great thing here. This is a big gift that I'm giving you a method that's really, really helpful. What could you tell me about relationships, right? If there's ever a thing you want to work on, what could you tell me about so-and-so, such and such, right? You have so much information that comes out. You get like these Freudian slips, which are programs, postulates, right? In your speech, when you get emotional and you just allow yourself to continue talking and talking and talking, these things will slip out, right? But we don't have that space here with a bunch of you here, right? So these general clearings are very helpful, but going deep personally is really where it's at. You know, whether you want to do it personally or with another person. I would also go back, and I mentioned this before, I would clear all past relationships. You know, are you still hung up with somebody in a past thing? And maybe it's not the person so much as the things that it brought up for you, right? And are these things from your DNA and from your past lives, right? Yeah, there's a lot of areas to go through. However, we can just jump into, okay, what do I want in a relationship? What kind of love do I want? What do I want to experience? When I'm with the person that I want to be with, or I'm with the person that I'm married to now, and everything is going so good, how will I feel? I believe I put a slide of this. It's nice to see the question. Yeah. Clear parents, past relationships. So tell me about love. Tell me your story about love. Tell me everything you know about love. Right? Such a magical question to go through. I wish I could do that with each one of you right now, because we'd find so many things. Oh my goodness. But today, as we promised, what is the feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want? What's the feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want? What is that feeling? Right? You could take a moment now. The dream relationship, the dream partner, everything's working out. And it is really important. And I'm going to share a link where you can get this for free, right? This is an amazing CD set. Your wish, your command. Anyone else listened to this before, right? Anyone else suggest it and recommend it and think it's amazing? Yeah. You're putting the hands up. Good. So you really need this. If you want to manifest your relationship, I could give you my tips on manifesting, and I've you're seeing soulmates right here, working together in a way that is a dream situation, right? So we have what you want. However, this training will outdo anything I really can even say on the subject. So you really want to get this. We'll share the link at the end of a little bit later after we do the clearing, because you need to get this. And there's a big tip on this, because especially when you're in a relationship and you want it to work out and you're forcing it, right? You get to this place where you can go, okay, even if it's with the person I'm with, or the person I'm envisioning, or the person I have a crush on, or not, I know the universe is going to line up the perfect relationship for me. Maybe you got to play with that to have that release if you're not sure about the person or things. But regardless of what the how is and what the specifics are, your ideal relationship, what will it feel like when you have it? What will it feel like when you have it? I just really want to kind of just let you guys have time to stew in that. Okay, when I have the relationship that I want, and I'm with the perfect partner, they have all the qualities of the things I want. And they bring out all the qualities in me that I have. I'm perfect for them. They're perfect for me. How will that feel? How will it feel? We'll share some goofy pictures of ourselves. Since I put it in the slideshow, I guess it's a good place to show them. Man, we just go to Whole Foods and we're just having such a great time, you know. What will it feel to have the relationship you want? Does everybody have a feeling dialed in? And this feeling may morph as you clear it, right? But a good target. I hope everyone has it. Does anybody have a question on that? Like, I'm not sure. I don't know what to think. How do you find the feeling? Does anybody have a question there? Just in case, if anyone's stuck on that point. Paul says, the universe is going to figure out the best for me is triggering. Okay. So I'm glad you said that, because if you know, I'm saying, all right, focus on the feeling of the relationship you want, and you're like, I can't even get the feeling. That's okay. So I would just, whatever comes up with that question and that focus, I would just work on clearing that. You know, so you don't have to go further than where you are. You're already in the perfect place. Right? So, yeah, you can definitely focus there. So what will it feel like to have the relationship you want? Get that feeling dialed in. Cindy says, can't stick with that feeling if I can find it. She can't turn the video on. That's fine. Okay, so if you can't find the feeling, I would just focus on what you can, right? Even though, so for Cindy, right? Even though I can't even find a feeling of the relationship I want, okay, that's what I'm going to focus on. I can't even get the feeling. So that's good. So just start there, right? There's no wrong focus. What your focus is what your focus is. And we all need to acknowledge and just be aware of it and focus and just acknowledge, okay, I totally can't get any good feeling because of whatever reasons, right? Right. I can't find it, but a lot of doubt coming up. Good. Good. So finally, we're able to put a focus here and just acknowledge what's going on. So much past trauma. Thinking about it makes me so excited. Okay. So some of you will have the positive feeling. Good. Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, negative 10, I'm gonna pull out the whole chart. Negative 10 to positive 10. 0 being neutral. Where are you on this spectrum of focusing on the relationship you want and getting a feeling? If you want to put it in the chat, that's always helpful for us to see, kind of guide you guys. Gerardi, you're already at a 9. Wow. We're going to shoot you off to the stars now. Okay, negative 3, negative 2, negative 5. All right. Well, we're glad you're here. Negative 9. We got a 4. Good. Good.
What was the question? What are we putting a number to?
On a scale of 1 to 10, on how good you feel or how bad you feel, negative 10 to positive 10, when you think about having the feeling you want, the feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want. Dorota said, your clearings worked. I already got her to a 9. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Eileen's at a 9. We got 7, 7, 5, negative 7. So you guys are all over the spectrum, really. 5. Okay, good. Okay, so notice where you're at.
What a
Lotus,
great and
share?
triggering question.
Yeah. Well, let's just get straight to it, right? Yeah. Where is my PowerPoint? I kind of want to put it back on the screen just so you can see the question. Where is it? Yeah, I've got it nice and bold red. Okay. So let's start with the sore spot. even though I feel what? Even though I feel like I can't even get a feeling. You know what? It's okay. I'm just allowing this to be. Even though I notice what? Even though this makes me sad, and I feel like I'll never have the relationship I want. It's okay. I love and accept myself. Even though I've had so much trauma, I love and accept myself. And I'm just reading some of these in the chat here. Even though I have a lot of doubt about this, I love and accept myself. Even though I can't find this feeling of having the relationship I want, or I can't see it, I can't even imagine it, it's okay. I love and accept myself. In one of the lessons of doing the sore spot, I play the clip from Harry Potter when they fall in the devil's snare. Right? They fall into this pit of vines, and the more they squirm, the more the vines grab them and squeeze them until they're going to get crushed. And then Hermione says, oh, all you have to do is relax. And as soon as you relax, you fall through and it lets go of you. This is very similar. So notice what you're going through here. Notice what you feel with relationships, getting the relationship of the dreams that you really want. And notice what comes up, the doubt, the fear, the uncertainty, and relax into it. As the tender spot, neural lymphatic release helps correct reoccurring reversals and helps just slide out of it. Okay, good. Okay. And let's practice the sore spot with a positive feeling. Some of you don't realize you can do a positive feelings with a sore spot. Yeah. It's okay for me to feel what? It's okay for me to have a relationship. Some of you might even be there. Even though I don't have a relationship, even though I don't feel love, right? Maybe you can acknowledge the positive feeling with not having the positive feeling. Some of you need to be there. So what are you moving towards, and how would you use the sore spot to acknowledge where you're at with what you're moving towards? Even though what with love in the relationship and feeling secure and feeling loved, being in love. And then you can move into it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel. It's okay to feel love. It's okay to be in a relationship. It's okay for me to have someone that's right for me. And for some of you that are starting to feel it, if you can start to feel those feelings, I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful for the feeling of love, for the feeling of security. Okay, focus on your heart chakra. Tap the side of your hand. I want to be even better at blank, your good feeling, or your focus. I want to be even better at having a relationship. I want to be even better at feeling XYZ. I want to be even better at what? Keep focusing on the heart chakra. Tap your chin. I am even better at what? And some of you are at the place of I am even better at getting over this block in my heart. Some of you are there, and some of you are able to focus on what you want. I am even better at having a relationship. I'm even better at being in love.
Michael, I'm feeling a really strong collective focus. May I share it with you?
Okay, what do you get?
It's like, and Cindy wrote in the chat, this fear of even manifesting the love. And I'm getting a lot of like fear energy, like around love, like the fear of having the love, the fear of having it and losing it, the fear of never getting it. It's like it's like a lot of fear and lack of safety.
Yeah.
Like a lack of safety. Like when you said security with love, I went, oh,
Right.
yeah, it's like there's love, right? But then to feel safe,
Okay.
to feel safe with it.
Yeah, let's go with this. And this was actually the next correction. So sore spot, acknowledge these feelings you have, focusing on your heart chakra. So if it's fear, even though I'm focusing in the heart chakra, even though I have fear with getting in a relationship, I love and accept myself. Continually go down the layers of what you're noticing in the heart space and what you're noticing overall, focusing on the heart space with the sore spot. You got to think for yourself here, too. You don't have the training. It's very simple. You're just addressing wherever you're at and just being okay with noticing what's there, which allows it to transmute. Into the love and light of who you are, which is what your attention is, who you are. Okay, good. I feel a lot of warmth and melting. Good. Stay on the heart chakra, tap your chin. I am completely even better at getting over this. And then do the positive version. I am completely even better at having a relationship, getting a relationship, feeling secure, feeling loved, being in love. What is your intention? I'm trying to fill in a lot of blanks. Okay, Eileen says, I feel physical pain in my heart, but nothing is triggering energetically. You feel the pain. That is your trigger energetically. So to focus on the pain. Yeah, pain, physical things, that is energetic, right? Like one of our mentors, he was doing an open heart surgery, and they, as an initiation, they took off his rubber glove and they took his hand with an open heart patient and they had him touch the guy's heart and he got shocked, right? So energy is very visceral and real, and pain is literally the break of chi energy flow. It's a blockage, right? So that is the energy. So sore spot, acknowledge the pain. Even though I feel this pain, it's okay. I'll get through this. Even if this pain never goes away and I have it for the rest of my life, you know what? I have it so much better than many people in the world. I'm so grateful for the love I've actually experienced in this life to the degree that I've had. What can you say to convince yourself to just totally be okay with what is there? That's when you release the contraction. That's when the energy flows out. Head squeeze, exhale 4 times, focusing on your heart chakra with the squeeze. I had to mute myself for a big burp there. Okay, good. Cindy, notice I'm wanting to avoid enormous disappointment and pain that is repeated my whole life, right? Okay, so there's a reoccurring theme happening. So you have an engram or a samskara energetic imprint or a program in the DNA that's being continually fired off that you can finally address and chip away at. So so imagine what you would say into the comments, or you would message to me, or tell me or Lotus personally, and plug that in to this sore spot. Even though I'm noticing I'm wanting to avoid enormous disappointment, as the example, and pain that's repeated my whole life. It's okay. I will live. God still loves me. I'll get through this. Even if I never find someone, and I never have a soulmate in this life, right? I'm addressing the worst case scenario, right? You want to be okay. You want to manifest something. You want to be okay with never having it, right? Even if I never find my soulmate, I got to watch people like Michael and Lotus and get so pissed and, you know what? I'll get through this.
You guys pay attention to this point. This is the gold.
Yeah. And I'm going to focus, I'm going to go deeper into that specific focus. Even if I never find the soulmate, even if I never have the relationship, okay? Just address it. Notice that feeling there, okay? Head squeeze, exhale exactly on that focus. Even if I never get sore spot, focus on your heart chakra. Even if I never get, it's okay. Even with this feeling of never getting the relationship, acknowledge what you feel. Focus on the heart chakra. It's so activated right now. Relax and just be. Relax your face, relax your shoulders, just be there with it, right? And it may be a mountain of stuff that may take a lot of time to dissipate. But it starts now with just being there with it. Okay?
Can I add one in, Michael?
Yep, go ahead.
Even if I never feel safe and secure with love, even if I never feel safe and secure with love or having love or manifesting love, it's okay. I still love and accept myself.
Okay, I'm also tuning in to the middle dantian, which is not so much your heart chakra, but in the heart space, another energetic field, like that electric field that our teacher got shocked with. Sore spot in that space as well, even though I feel, even though I have. Even if I never get the relationship I desire, I want, I dream. Okay, good. Tap your collarbone. I am always over this. I am always over not ever having the relationship of my dreams. Man, that just releases so much weight. I don't have to have it. Watch, now you have it. Okay. Head squeeze, exhale. Twice. I am always over not having. What's the thing? The relationship, your dreams, the feeling. What is it? I am always over. Okay? So now when you think about never having a relationship, does it feel better or worse? Does it feel more okay if it never works out? I got a yes from Peter. Maybe some of you, maybe not so much. I felt a lot of weight release. Yeah. So yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. We got a few yeses. More okay. Okay, good. A little. All right. We're making progress. That's good. Again, this is a group deal. So, the fact that we can get any progress is fantastic.
Are
But
you
yeah.
open to addressing the fear factor?
The fear
'Cause
factor.
it's really deep. It's like whether they want it or not, it's just I feel this fear. It's like not even manifesting or not. It's just this fear around the whole subject of love.
Would you like to do a release with this fear?
Would
Please.
anyone else like to clear fear and the fear of having love, the fear of wanting love, the fear of ever getting? It's kind of like, yes, I'm afraid of getting it. I'm afraid of having it because I'm afraid of what might happen if I have it. And it's like this just fear cycle, right? I could get it, but what if I lost it, right? It's like, ah.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you feel that fear, right? It's contractive. It's almost like I feel like our guts seizing up, right? I'm going to get kind of visceral here. I'm going to get very real. It's almost like the guts are seizing up. It might even feel like hard to go to the bathroom, like almost like a constipated feeling, right? Like you can't relax, like you can't make movement, you can't let go. So where do you feel your fear? Where is that contraction around love? When you think about having love, where do you feel the fear of either having it, the fear of losing it? Where do you feel it, right? Where in your body is it held? Is it in your belly? Is it in your heart? Is it in your head? Is it below your feet? Where do you feel the fear? Okay, really dial that in. And it's intense, isn't it? And nobody wants to feel fear, right? We avoid this. But the more you can go into it and confront it and face it and acknowledge it, Cindy, from solar plexus to throat, very deep. Good. Good. Heart constriction, tightness. Good, Esco. Really good awareness, you guys. The more we can go into it, the more we're going to blast it with our love and our light. Okay. Now, see if you can determine back of my head. Really good awareness. What color is there? Is there a color? Is there a color? Good. Good. Feel that fear. Feel how deep it is. Gray. It's intense. It's murky. Okay. We're in the murky zone. Nobody wants to go into murky zone, so we avoid feeling it. But if we could just allow ourselves to feel it, we could clear it. Okay. So allow it to be there. Be curious. It's like watching a movie, right? Be curious about what is there. Okay. Now you're noticing it. Now take your hands. And imagine your hands are going to become a magnet that have the exact perfect magnetic charge to pull the fear up and out of your body around love. Okay. So notice where the fear is in your body. Go into it. What does it feel like? What is the color? What is the texture? If it had a taste, what would be the taste of what this fear about love feels like? What does it look like? What does it taste like? What would it appear to be if it was something you could see? Good. Notice it. Notice it. Good. Now expand your energy 5 feet to the left. Expand your energy 5 feet to the right. Expand your energy 5 feet up and 5 feet down. Focus on that fear. Focus on the color of it, the murkiness of it, how you don't want to feel it. Could you allow yourself to feel it more? Could you allow yourself to welcome it a little bit more and just notice it just a little bit deeper? Could you allow it to be there a little bit more? Good. Could you say hi to it? Could you say, okay, I notice you, I see you, I sense you? And could you finally let it go? Could you finally allow it to release and disperse? And so, by the power of God, by the power of Source, by the power of the creator of all that is, expand in all directions. Now we call upon the pure source light of all that is to now come into that place and that space of your body where that fear has been living. And we call on the violet flame. We call on the energy of pure, unconditional love to travel deep into that area of your body, deep, 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 deep down. It is deep, 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 deep in. And by the power of God, and by the power of Source, and by the power of the creator of all that is, it is commanded. We now command that any of the density and pain and fear that's been trapped in your DNA from your mother's side, that's been trapped in your DNA on your father's side, that's been trapped back in your timeline and your past lives around love, that's created this huge ball of dense, dark fear around love. By the power of Source and by the power of the creator of all that is, really feel your magnet pulling it up and out. Could you allow this fear to let go? Would you allow this fear to let go? And when? And by the power of God, deep breath in and out, and by the power of Source, and by the power of the Creator of all that is, it is commanded that all of this deep, dense, heavy, schmucky, old, worn out, has holes in it, feels yucky and dense and dark fear be allowed to release and clear. We command it to release and clear fully and completely through all the levels and layers of your body and being, out of the core of your body, out of your belly, out of your shoulders, out of your neck, out of your heart, out of your mouth and your head and your brain and your eyes and your ears and your throat and your tongue and all the levels and layers of your body and being. It is commanded by the power of Source and by the power of the Creator of all that is, that all of this dense, old, murky, stuck fear about love be allowed to fully and finally let go and release and clear out of every level and layer of your body and being through all directions of time and space. It is commanded this density of fear and blocks around love be allowed to fully and finally, with every level and layer of your body and being, be allowed to release and clear out of the core, which is your belly, out of your heart, out of the back of your neck and head and shoulders, and be pulled and resolved completely on the historical level. Shake it out. Woo! And be replaced on all levels with the Creator's truth and definition of pure, unconditional love and light, and as many spirit replacements as you need. I'm getting hundreds. God, please give them all hundreds of spirit replacements for their DNA, for their past lives, for how this fear has affected them around love. God, please give them the spiritual healing that they need to finally feel safe with love, good with love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is done. It is done. We just ask God to shower you all off with a golden hose of pure unconditional love and light, just showering off through the whole field, out of your eyes and ears and head and nose, and through the density that's got brought up, just clearing and purifying it out of the space. Aline says she feels infinitely lighter. May you all feel infinitely lighter. And anything and everything in that way of that density and fear from fully and completely releasing out of your hearts, we ask for a complete change history and everything as needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. Take a deep breath in and out. Shake it out. Ah, yeah, there you go. Like a dog when it gets wet, just shake it out. Shake off all that old density. Ugh, ugh. Oh my God. And imagine the love comes in as it shakes out. The love comes in. Yeah, yeah. Woo! That's a good one. Way to go, everyone. Woo! How you doing, Michael?
Wow. Powerful.
Way to go, everyone.
How you guys doing? How was that? Man, Lotus is really the secret weapon here. Tears of joy. Great. Yeah, infinitely lighter. Thank you. Yeah, very cool. I had a lot of tears.
Dorota says she feels like a kid again.
Feel like a kid again. All right. That's
Yes,
where it's
who
at.
we are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think they're ready for positive feelings now, I would say.
I would think so, if they don't already have them now.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah. All the while, I am doing corrections on my side, too, to help any other reversals or things that come up, or blocks and chakras or dimensions. So, yeah, I'm feeling it. I felt a lot. There's tons of density that got released. More work to do, but the charge is much less. Thank you. Yeah. Think about it. Think about going back into past lives and how many past lives you've had. And it goes into the millions of years, way more than millions of years of past lives. Imagine how much heartbreak and things are there, right? And in the DNA too, right? So we're getting started here. It's releasing, hills of energy blocks. There's going to be more stuff, right? So you need to have, or I suggest you have at least something you can do, act proactively on your own, right? So we offer trainings, right? You could also go train with the Callahans, right? Joanne Callahan, she puts on classes. She's a great resource. Of course, a lot of you are a member of the Global Information Network. There's training in there to do the clearings, right? But I don't think it's to this degree of how we focus on it primarily, right? Danny's shaking her head because she understands. Yeah, we go very deep to make sure you really get this stuff, and we hold your hand and we go through, like we just recently did a 30-day challenge that some of you are on, to really make sure you just get the habit established, right? That's the biggest part. And to really understand all of these intricate parts, you see us clearing the way we do. We can teach you how to do this, right? And we do teach you guys how to do it. And we have practitioners we've certified. So some of you may be interested in that. If you are interested, like, hey, I really want to learn from you guys because you guys have something special going on, you reach out to us and you can schedule a call with Lotus and she'll show you what we have. If I were to show you everything we have, it literally would take like an hour to go through like everything we have to provide to you, to serve you with. So you can reach out to us with the email that you got this from, or put a comment below this video, or and we can set you up with a free call with Lotus, and she'll show you everything. And she's explained how when she shows everybody the things we offer, people get clearings because we're tuning into those frequencies, right? So it may be something that some of you are interested in.
Yeah, I'm just going over what we do with people on these calls, and people are yawning, and I'm watching all this mass just clear off of their fields, and they have these major transformations just by me sharing what the work is. That if you want to go deeper and you want to learn how to do what we're doing, because wouldn't you guys agree? Like, I feel amazing right now. Like, anyone else out there feel like really light and really bright and really clear and really amazing? Whoa, it's like a floating needle feeling, right? But the thing is that, wouldn't you agree, after these calls in a couple hours or tomorrow, or you may find yourself having another trigger come up. Like, where do they come from? Why are there so many? And so we're like onions, right? We have all these layers. And so what Michael and I are really passionate about is empowering you guys with the tools that we have, so that when you get off this call, you're going to feel empowered that no matter what comes up, I mean, we taught you a lot of stuff here that you're already going to be able to use, like really allowing yourself to feel what comes up. Karen says it's totally amazing to train with us. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
It is. It is. And we are in level 2 right now, you guys. And we had a class on Sunday that knocked my socks off. Like, Michael is literally one of the best teachers I have ever met, about how he's able to distill just very complex information into bite-sized pieces that we can all easily digest. And so I love training with him. I used to struggle in school. I used to always struggle with going to school and learning things. And Michael is my favorite teacher. Like, I always am like, oh my God, I totally got that concept. I totally get what you shared. And I can go farther because of his work. And so we're really excited to be training people right now. We're in level 2. And you guys, the last class that we did, oh my God, I cannot believe the value of it and the simplicity of what he was able to teach us, that I've been using all week with every single client I work with. I also included it in the clearing we just did a little bit as well. And this concept that we're teaching in level 2 literally gives you the superpower to transform any negative emotion to the degree that you almost don't need tapping. Almost. The tapping is like that special cherry on top that just makes the clearing just feel really delicious at the end. And so we're really excited to be opening the doors more and more to be sharing what we do with you both. And we really want to empower as many of you as possible with the tools we use. So if you want to learn more of what we're offering, I know Clee and Carol and Karen and uh, Kate, you're already in the training with us and you guys are having amazing. Isn't it amazing? Are we having like the most amazing time already on just the first day of level 2? Like, I can't even believe how much value is coming through. And so
We just got started.
we just got started. So please jump on board. I want to meet with you so I can share with you what we're doing, because when I sit down with people and I really share and we can go deep on what's going on, oh my God, people get excited, right? Who got excited when we had a meeting? Wasn't it just kind of like the most amazing work that we're about to do together? So we really want to open the doors to everyone who wants to join us. And we're doing it for really, really inexpensive pricing. Like, it's never probably going to be this inexpensive again. And so we want to invite you to come learn more. Anyone want to come learn more and find out more about what we're doing? Just send an email, okay? And I'll set up a meeting. I'll meet with all of you. That's how excited I am, for free, just to share with you what we're doing. And that's how excited I am. Like, I'm really pumped. I dream of a world where you guys all have these tools that we have, that we've been blessed to have, that allow us to get through every trigger and upset that comes up in our relationship, around money, around our health. We literally have the ability to transform it. Is that a superpower? Is that like the craziest superpower ever? You guys, like, what?
I put the link in the chat.
Link is in the chat. Cool.
Yeah.
So anyways, I get overly excited, so don't mind the excitement.
Yeah,
guys,
thank you for sharing. I appreciate the edification. We don't have kids, we have you guys, and this is our obsession, and we focus on it every day. And we work with people literally almost every day. We take some days off, but we're always thinking and obsessing about this information. And I don't know anyone else who's doing it the way we do. We put in a lot of time and effort, not just showing and teaching, but spending time with you guys to help you get it. So, and I know, I know a lot of gym members, and Kevin is, phenomenal, but he just doesn't have the time to hold everyone's hand through some of these areas. And so, maybe we can do that for you, right? And there's a question here I wanted. Peter said, you said, I want to remember past lives. I've helped a lot of people remember past lives for the first time without hypnosis, right? I've been a professional hypnotist at a very high level. And so it's nice to know that information. However, it's not needed, because if you have a specific focus and you're clearing on a track, you can actually remember the past lives. And it might be little bits at a time. You might just get a little sense of, like, I had one where I was burned at a building, right? And you just get kind of a sense, like, oh, I smell a little smoke, or I sense a little something, and then you clear that, and then you get more of a sense, and then you clear that sense, and then you clear more, until you can actually finally unlock the whole memory, right? Just with what you're doing here, you can actually do that. It's probably easier if you're guided through it, but we can help you do that, and we do teach you guys how to do that. And honestly, past life regression is a very interesting topic, and a lot of you are probably drawn to it, and I definitely was. I did a lot of them. But hypnosis, it's kind of forceful, and it actually creates more unconsciousness. So if you can do it without hypnosis, which we can, and we do a lot, that's the most ideal, because you'll get all the charge out of the unconscious mind and awakened. Right? You want to be self-realized, you want to be awakened, you want to be more aware, you want to be more clear, not add more mass to the unconsciousness, right? And more reactivity to the consciousness, which is what hypnosis does, right? When I snap my fingers, you fall right into the deep, relaxed state, and you can't even control it, you just fall right back down to sleep, right? That's what happens, right? You have this more reactiveness when you go into hypnosis states. As a whole subject, but yeah, there was another question too. Can you link the appointments? I put the link in the description, or in the chat. And we do want to do more releases with you guys with this feeling. But before we move forward, I really want to make sure that you guys can keep doing this, right? We're not always doing free events. We did one for the first 30 days of the year, which I thought was a good time for it. And we did one for relationships here. This is the first time we've done a relationship one. I don't know when we're going to do a free one again, right? It's kind of been quite a succession of free events. But you do want to be a part of this community. You do want to keep this going. The thing I fear most that I can't tap out because I care is that you guys stop and don't continue this, right? So continue the community. We have a really affordable program if you guys want to do it. You can talk to Lotus and she'll give you the special links and everything. So, Elian, I already signed up and I'm so grateful for that opportunity. Fantastic. Yeah. Congratulations.
We just want to empower you guys. Yeah. We want to give you what we can do, right? So you guys can do this anytime. Because have you noticed when you work on yourself on your own, there's a certain power there? Like the insights and awareness you have when you address something for yourself, it's special. Yeah. It's a gift. I get really happy thinking about you guys being able to sit at home and no longer have any fear about a negative emotion coming along, because you can address it and you can clear it and it can be gone like that. Because I know I spent years troubled by so much pain and grief and sadness all the time when I'd be with myself, and to finally be able to sit down, and if those feelings of sadness or grief or anxiety come up, I can address them and I can feel them. And I have tools now so that they go away, you guys. They go away. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. Right? How cool is that? And so we dream of a world where everyone has those tools. And I think about children, like in school, I have to think about teaching little children about acknowledging their feelings, like on the playground, when they get into little fights or something and they're crying or sad, and like imagine what that would be like. So
that's like what Tyson's doing with his kids.
Yeah.
They're having nightmares. He just does what he's learning and they go to bed. They don't have nightmares, right? It's changing everything. So, are you now more clear? And maybe we'll ask the question again. What is the feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want? Is it the same feeling? Or did it shift? Did it become more clearer? And so remember, whatever's there is the right answer. There's no wrong answer here. Even if you're still dealing with a heavy thing, that's okay, right?
Peter says he feels happy.
Fantastic. That's an improvement. Okay. So when you focus on the feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want, on a scale of -10 to +10, where are you at now? Peter's got that 10. Fantastic. 9. 9. 8. 10. 8. All right, we got a 3. Okay. 1, 3. 9. 9 to 10. Man, you guys are already there. From a -9 to a +2. Okay, fantastic. Great. That's all the difference right there. When you get out of the negative, you can actually start working up. A 6. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing your numbers. Okay. Connect to source. Connect to the universe. God, please give me 2 spirit replacements for this. What is that? What is the spirit of this feeling you're desiring being replaced and being given to you? The spirit of love, the spirit of happiness, the spirit of connection. What is that spirit that God is connecting with you and giving to you? Definitely feeling a clearer, higher frequency, feeling crisper. Fantastic. Deep breath in and out. Okay. Focus on that feeling. Rub your sore spot. It's okay for me to have this. It's okay to feel. It's okay to be. You can fill in those blanks. I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful for. Yeah. Let it in, let it increase. Notice what it feels like. You could even just say the word or the feeling you are desiring and just notice how your body responds to it. Love. Love. Love, as an example. Or connection. Happiness. 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 What happens in your body as it expands and you bring it in more? And you tune into that frequency. Good. Now go ahead and tap all your points. Side of the hand. I like to start with side of the hand, inside eyebrow, and go all the way down. Side of eye, under nose. Focus on that feeling. Keep repeating that feeling to yourself. Allow it to be there. Allow it to grow. Tap all your points. Under the arms. Ribs. There's a rib point in the front of the body. In between the ribs. All your fingers. Back of the hand. Top of the head. Name that feeling again, side of the hand. Go through all those points again. What is it like to increase it up that scale to a positive number, higher positive number? Okay. Head squeeze, exhale once for your heart chakra with that feeling, that beingness, what you desire. Heart chakra, I want to be even better at feeling or being or having. Chin, I am even better at having or being or feeling. Feeling in your heart chakra. Collarbone, I am always even better at having or feeling or being. Head squeeze, exhale once, focusing on the heart chakra. I am always even better at having, feeling, or being. Fill in that blank. Nice clear heart chakra with your focus. Fantastic. Good. Deep breath in and out. Okay, releasing worry from my loved ones from way back. Fantastic. Right. Okay, good. Lotus, would you like to jump in here and blast it off to like a positive 100?
That's nice. Yes. And I also want to share a success story before I do that.
Oh, what's that?
So I think maybe one of the first successes stories we may have had, Michael and I, with helping someone manifest a relationship is his brother came to visit us a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And we went on this beautiful hike together, and his brother was just crying to me. He's like, all I want is a relationship. I want what you and Michael have. I want to feel this love. I want to be happy. And I was like, yes.
And he was in a
Yes.
really bad place at the time.
He was.
Really bad.
Really bad.
Down. Really far down.
And yeah, it was. And so I told him on this hike, you can have it. You can have this. You deserve to have this. And Michael was just there, being the love and light that he is, right? And 2 years later, Michael just went to his wedding where he met the woman of his dreams. They're and so in love. The pictures from that wedding were just like, you just cry because there's just so much love. And he manifested the love of his life. And I told Michael, I'm like, oh my God, we got to help him build his dream, So what kind of magical success stories are we going to hear from you guys? We went to the February 14th, we went to the Valentine's Day clearing call, and now we met the love of our lives. Okay. So.
Or the relationship improved.
Right.
I've gotten the emails. I found my soulmate after some of these calls, right? I couldn't find it. I wanted to show it, but it happens. You can do this, right?
So please tell us when you find your soulmate or that soulmate or the relationship improves, please share with us. We want to hear your story.
Yeah.
Okay?
If we could trade anything, please just send, positive comments and let us know how things have gone. That helps us the most.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everyone. I want you to focus on the feeling you'll have when you either manifest the soulmate of your dreams. The feeling you'll have or the relationship you're in becomes the dream of a lifetime, the love of a lifetime that you knew it could be. Please focus on the feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want. Focus on that feeling. Make it stronger. What will it feel like? What will it feel like? Good. Now, focus on if there's anything in the way of you having that. Is there any little doubts left? Is there any fears left? Is there anything at all holding you back from that positive feeling? Where is it in your body? Is it in your tummy? Is it in your heart? Is it in your shoulders? Is it in your neck? Is it in your jaw? Is it in your feet? Where do you feel that last remaining bit of doubt or fear or holdbacks or whatever it is? Maybe it's your ancestry. Maybe it's an old program. Maybe it's something from the past life. Notice where in your body it is. Notice, does it have a color? If you could touch it, what would it feel like? What would be the frequency? If it had a taste, what would it taste like? And rub your hands together. Rub your hands together one final round here to pull up and out like a magnet anything holding you back from that beautiful feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want. Focus on that feeling. Is there anything in the way of that good, beautiful feeling of true love? True love. That feeling of just oneness and joy. Finding your soulmate and feeling that love echo through and through. Is there anything in the way of that? Where is it in your body? Good. And expand your energy out 5 feet to the left, 5 feet to the right, 5 feet up, 5 feet down. And by the power of God, and by the power of Source, and by the power of the Creator of all that is, it is commanded that anywhere in your field, in your past life field, in your DNA on your mother's side, in the DNA in your father's side, in any past experiences, in the back of your neck, the history level, anything and everything in the way, any curses or oaths or spells or black magic or voodoo, or any negative energy that is in any way blocking your ability to manifest this true love, we ask for a total and complete change history, and everything is needed. Levels 1, 2, and 3. Deep breath in and out. And by the power of God, and by the power of Source, and by the power of the Creator of all that is, it is commanded all of these things still in the way of you having the beautiful, divine, love-filled feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want, by the power of God, and by the power of Source, and by the power of the Creator of all that is, it is commanded that all of these blocks, all of these holdbacks, all of these negative thoughts or imposed thoughts or absorbed thoughts be allowed to release and clear. We command them to release and clear out of every level and layer of your body and being, out of every dimension of every cell, out of your DNA, out of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, past lives, etheric body, past lives, energetic body, ancestral bodies, and by the power of God and by the power source and by the power of the creator of all that is, it is commanded that anything and everything in the way of you having this beautiful feeling of love and a relationship you want be allowed to fully and completely release and clear out of every level, out of every layer and dimension of time and space, out of the core, out of the genetic, out of the soul level. We command it to be completely pulled and resolved on the historical levels and replaced on all levels with the Creator's truth and definition from the seventh plane of pure, unconditional love, that you know what it feels like to have love, that you know you are worthy of having love, that you have the Creator's truth and definition on having love, of having pure, unconditional love in your life through all levels and layers of your body and being, and anything in the way of that. We ask for total and complete change history, and everything is needed. Levels 1, 2, and 3. Please take a deep breath in and out. And we ask God to give you 500 spirit replacements around the feeling you'll have when you want and you have the relationship you want. So focus on the feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want. God, please bring in 500 spirit replacements for the feeling you'll have when you have the relationship you want. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And feel the warm, loving, comforting presence of the pure, unconditional love of the Creator of all that is, showering through every level and layer and dimension of your body and being around having the relationship you want. That's it. Good deep breath in and out. Oh my God. Aline says she just got an I love you text from her partner.
All right.
Praise
Wow.
the Lord.
Amazing.
Hallelujah. Thank you, God.
The frequency has been dialed in.
Woo!
Fantastic. So
Wow.
cool. Amazing.
Anyone else
Yeah.
vibrating?
Yeah.
Anyone else feel hot? Good. Take a couple deep breaths in and out.
You guys are great. Fantastic. So if you're not experiencing synchronicity yet and you feel like you've dialed in the vibration, there's one thing to consider that I know Eileen is doing that maybe some of you aren't doing, is that she's gone through this, which really helps open up the portals to get to the vibe of manifesting your desires. So I'm going to share a link in the chat, and if there is this recording, there will be a link in the description. You can go to this link, and it is going to charge you $500. However, it will not charge you $500 if you put in this coupon code. You do have to put in a credit card, but I've tested it and it does not charge you. So you will not be charged. There's no future charges. A lot of us are highly connected in this organization that put this training together. And so there's nothing shady going on here. So this is what has helped me manifest Lotus. Okay. And I would like to share that story because I met Lotus a long time ago when I was going through this initially, and I was dialing in the right frequency. I wanted a relationship. I was doing all the right things. I followed it to the T, but I didn't think I had the relationship. But I did meet Lotus, and she had a boyfriend at the time, and we became really good friends, right? We all did hypnosis, and so we connected. We all went
We were like best friends.
Yeah, we very, very close friends. We all went on the gin cruise together in 2012. And so we were just friends, right? And so then eventually we parted ways, I guess, for a while, all of us. And we connected about 5 years ago. Reconnected. And what do you know it?
It was actually today. It was on February 15th, 5 years ago.
Yeah. And so if you don't see an immediate result, it doesn't mean it's not working. It means that everything is working perfectly, specifically for us, right? Because maybe I wasn't ready at the time, right? I had other adventures I went on and traveled the world and things, right? And patience is a key to this, right? And so in that CD series, you're going to learn how to do it more specifically, right? We could go into it, and that's a 2-day seminar that people paid $10,000 to go to. I think it was 10,000 or 50,000, something like that. I believe it was 10,000 at the time. That is an amazing gift, by the way. Does anybody agree? You've gone through it. That's an amazing gift to go through. Your wish, your command. It's probably one of the best things ever on the topic. Again, here's the link. Coupon code. I think I'm spelling that right. Coupon code is your wish is your command. It's all the letters in it. Your wish is your command. Yeah. Use that coupon code. Plug in your credit card. You will not be charged. Yeah. That changed the game for me, right? I also manifested many other things with that. And thankfully I have Lotus in my life because of that information. And I cleared a lot during that time too. So I was tapping every single day, every time I felt bad, probably like 20 to 30 to 50 times a day, continuously over and over again. And I had a reading or a session with Lee Beamer. Some of you may know about him, who's involved in the training as well. He was at some point. I don't know if he will be again, but he said I had 230,000 reverse spins or reversals, right? So I didn't start out at a good place. I really had to work this stuff for a while. You guys see us now, we're beaming and shining and living our lives. It wasn't like that. This is the track we went on, and it freaking works. So, stick with us and keep doing the clearings or do them on your own and go through that training. And if you want to go further with it and join us in that group, we highly encourage it because you can get a free cruise like Lotus and I went on. And it was so funny. All the rooms were given to us randomly. And there's so many rooms in there, right? There's thousands of people. I don't know how many rooms are on these cruise ships. It's hundreds, right? And so there was actually a room that I stayed in, and it was directly across from them, and it was with the room that I didn't have my name on. It was directly across from Lotus and her boyfriend at the time. Anyhow, synchronicities like crazy in our lives because of that training.
I listen to it and I feel like my brain gets clear and I can focus and I can live my life with greater clarity. And it's like it quiets the noise of this world and the distractions, and I can get focused on my dreams. I can get focused on what I want, and it changes lives. It helps you get more organized. Thanks, Karen.
Right, Lotus won the next free cruise. Yeah.
Yeah. The reason for that is I hadn't listened to this CD set in a couple years. And so a couple years back, I finally said, I'm going to listen again. And I proceeded to manifest. I needed a place to live at the time. This was before Michael and I started living together again. And I manifested a room to live for $300 a month and a car to drive for free, all at the same time. I got a key that gave me a house and a car within a month of listening to that CD set again. And I just went, oh, okay, maybe there's something to that. And so this is such an amazing gift, you guys, the CD set and the work that we're doing. When you combine them, it's like you become unstoppable because all the things you need are set. It's just amazing.
Yeah. So take advantage of that. Yeah. A lot of options, a lot of things to go into. But if you're searching for a way, this is a way for sure. Yeah. What else? I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's our gift to you. May you manifest the love of your dreams and keep at it. If you don't get the results, don't stop, because you're on track already. You've already started hiking up the mountain. Just keep going, right? You can do it, right? We were a mess, okay? To put it nicely. But we kept with it, you know? That's what it takes.
Michael often describes when I came down to see him about, was it 2020? Yeah, 5 years ago after we started talking again. He's like, you energetically looked like you washed up on the shore, like you were had been like a shipwreck. And you just like washed up on the shore. And it's true. After I hadn't seen him, I think we hadn't seen each other in like 8 years. And then we come back together and life had been intense, right? And I hadn't been following your wish and I hadn't been doing the positive thinking. And I was just not in a good place. I was overwhelmed with all of the traumas I'd been through and the pain. And after Michael and I coming back together and doing this work and doing these clearings and finally having a reason to care. You know, sometimes you get into a relationship, you finally have this reason to care. It's like you support each other, you help build each other up. You want to be better for each other. And so with the CD set and with the energy work we're teaching you, I have people write me and they're like, Lotus, what did you do? Like, you're so different now. And I'm like, yeah, I've had to go deep, right? Deep into the barrel and transform from the inside out. And how cool that we can do that, right? That we can take a shipwreck victim, their hair and energetic dreadlocks, and just lost at sea and come back to life again. And you know, I was just out in our garden and the plants are starting to come back from the winter here in California, right? The sprouts are starting to come in. The new life is coming. And we want that for all of you. We want you guys to have that rebirth wherever you're at, to new life and new possibility.
Yeah. We appreciate your positive comments here. As Deborah said, as within, so without. Right. Thank you. Both are extraordinary beings. We appreciate that.
Take advantage of setting up a session with me if you want to learn more about what we're doing and our opportunities. You know, it would take way too long for us to share them with you right now. I mean, typically people will give you like an offer or something at the end. And I said, Michael, have them come meet with me one-on-one.
Yeah.
And I can share with you what we're doing and I can answer all of your questions and you'll get an energy healing on accident just by going over the work. So if you want to come get a free energy update, I'll call it, schedule a session with me. I'm happy to meet with all of you and one-on-one and give you my time so that we can share with you how we can support you to grow more, further, faster, and become the shining stars that you all are, right? We're all shining stars, aren't we? We're just beautiful lights. And sometimes there's stuff in the way of our shining. So we just want to help you take those things off so that you can be the light that you're here to be, which is so brilliant. It's so beautiful, you guys. You know that feeling when you're just in the light and you're shining? We want you to have that 24 hours a day. Yes.
All right. Well, with that, we send you much love. And perhaps we'll see you on the other side, on the inside. Much love, everyone. Take care.
Thank you so much.